Hello, everyone. I am Molly Hollabaugh.
And I am her mom.
Maria.
Yes.
Welcome to the Zentangle Project Pack series. This video is actually the preparation lesson that will correspond with our Project Pack number 4.
This is so exciting. I love this pack.
In this particular project pack, we will be creating a fun and beautiful way to display our favorite tangles. It's also becoming an interactive and playful way to help us choose what tangles to use next in our tangled artworks, right, Mom?
Oh, cool. Because every once in a while you come up blank and you say, oh, what do I do next? What do I do next? But I wish I had a spinner like this.
And because we're all artists, we should make it pretty, right?
Yes.
So we're calling this project the
Zentangle Spinner.
And this is actually something you've been
I've been
thinking
about for a long time, how
time.
the concept and how the reality would work out. And so anyway, this is going to be fun.
Anyway, we will be using this project to celebrate this year's 12 Days of Zentangle series, and we're pretty excited to do that. So inside each of your project pack number 4s, you will find a custom template. There's actually two of them. We'll start with one. And you also find all the tools you need to create along with us. If you don't have a project pack but still want to play along, please do. Feel free to work with an alternative surface or materials or whatever you have available to you. So today's video, like I said, is a preparation lesson. So we need to prepare our surface to get ready for tomorrow, which is day 1 of the 12 Days of Zentangle.
So today we're going to be putting down the color so that it'd be nice and dry. But I also think that if for some reason you don't get to it, you can always put color on later on.
Right, and we did that in our other project pack.
Right.
So we're showing one way to do this by adding the color first, but you can always add it after too. So there's always more than one way to do things.
More than one way, and you'll figure out which one is best for you.
All right. So I kind of recommend watching this through first and then going back and starting. What do you think?
That sounds like a good plan.
All right. So here we go.
Okay.
So what do we have here?
We have Fabriano Tiepolo template, which is the same paper as our white tiles, and we have a brush that we chose that we thought would work well with this, and then we have the General's watercolor pencils. I'm going to be working with the light blue and the terracotta, but everybody's gotten 2 different colors, and you can either work with those or whatever ones you choose from your collection.
So it'll be fun to see what people create with the colors they got. You're also going to need a little vessel for some water, and we like to have...
I got water and then paper towels, and I always stuff my paper towels in a little container like this, and it's much easier to swipe your stuff on something like this than to have it on the table. Oh. It's just always something I've done.
Words of wisdom, Mom.
Yes,
I like that.
It looks kind of cute, poofy like that on my desk.
Very cute. I like that.
It's always about the aesthetics.
So Mom designed this template, which I'm in love with, and it was designed to perhaps inspire multiple ways to use it afterwards. So inside the project pack, you also see the spinner. What do you call that?
The spinner
parts, the spinner parts, which you're going to have to wait to put on because you don't want to put it on now. So wait to use that.
Yeah, because once you put it on, it's really hard to take off, and it's
hard.
kind of it might damage your papers. So once it's on, you'll want to leave it on.
Yeah. So let's get started adding some color.
Okay. So I'm just going to choose one of these pie shapes here. I think I'm going to just do number 7 here. And what we decided, the way we would do it, is that we're going to just add some General's color, whatever color you choose, and we're going to add it along the edge of the quadrant or the pie place that you want to color.
She's going pretty light, and it's amazing because depending on how light you go, you get almost a different color. You get a very, very faint sort of wispy blue, which is, I think, better for this project. But you can put a little dark edge towards the outside.
I like the dark edge, and then we're going to pull the color towards the middle, and it'll have more like a stained glass effect. And I'm leaving the white, the letters white, but I'm going through the whole thing after that just to make it a little easier.
So that was pretty quick. We just did one right there.
Right.
So she's going to go ahead and do every other pie shape with this blue color, and then we'll come back with our next color. All right, so it looks like we got all of the color on there. We finished up with the light blue, and then we decided to go ahead and add what did you call that, Mom?
Terracotta. It looks like a reddish brown on the outside of the pencil, but it looks like more like a sienna or a ochre color.
We'll see what happens when we add the color, right?
Yeah.
So once you have, and we're using this technique where we just put the color on the outsides of each of these pie shapes, and we're going to show you at the end a couple of different other ways to do it, but I do recommend not filling in your whole space with color because it tends to give you a more like even color, whereas we're going to be looking for this beautiful watercolor effect because we're going to be putting tangles over them, so we don't want it to be too overwhelming. One thing I also wanted to note was that you can see here how we sort of ignored these two sections, and that's because we might be adding tangles that fill this whole space.
Right.
And a couple of things.
So do you want me to?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get going. All right.
Okay, I'm wanting to work with a full brush of water. You want to go to the edge, get that color wet, put down a decent amount of water in the section.
So pretty. Just take your time. You don't want to rush through this because the water is.
And then you want to pull it.
That neat? How
and
cool.
It makes this beautiful stained glass effect, I think. Don't overdo it.
Love that. It's almost like you activate the pencil and it sort of turns into something else. And you want to put water over the whole area because that's what kind of blends it. So
you can see I'm using quite a bit of water. Just be careful when you're putting it on.
You can turn your tile if that makes it easier to get your hand in the right position.
Yeah, I'm not turning my tile just because it's hard on watching it with the camera, but you'll want to turn it as much as you possibly can.
That looks great, Mom. I love that.
And we're going to be tangling over this, so it doesn't have to be perfect.
And you're going to go ahead and do all the blue ones now, right?
I'm going to do the blue ones.
And we're going to wait after that. Wow, that looks pretty good. You got it all done.
Yeah, got it all done. And you can see that it's not perfect because that's the way I like things. I think that the edges that are kind of mixing up a little bit with the other is going to be beautiful. It has this old terracotta look that's beautiful. And I think that this is going to make a really nice spinner.
But it's pretty wet, so we really recommend waiting overnight, don't you think?
Yeah, just to be sure. And if tomorrow you think that it's bumpy or wavy, this is 100% cotton, and I have ironed this paper before, so if you
make sure it's dry.
Yeah, make sure it's dry. Face down, put a cloth over it, like a thin cloth, like a handkerchief or something, and just iron over it with a not too hot iron. Start with a medium iron, and it'll be perfectly flat to welcome the spinner.
And we did a couple others. Maybe we'll show them what those look like.
So this is the terracotta and the light blue, and we did different iterations, meaning sometimes we did just a few sections, and sometimes we did many sections.
Broke it down different ways.
There are so many options for you. These look like game boards now. This is so cool.
Aren't they fun?
Look at these. This is just spectacular. I'm gonna put the Z like this. And this one, who did this one?
I think Mazzy did that one.
Mazzy did this one.
Yeah, we had some helpers.
So she was a helper, and we're
Yeah, and
going to
Indy
show
did
you
one too,
how
I think.
well this is going to come out.
Yeah,
it's going to be
so
beautiful.
fun. It's another one just using one color.
And just using one color,
which is kind of fun.
And just to make sure you know that if you don't really want color, you can just do it in black and white.
Yeah, you can just leave it plain, and that's a totally fine option.
And then if you decide you want to add a little color, you can do it after. It's the
Yeah.
same. It'll work out just fine.
So we're super excited to get started tomorrow with the first day of the 12 days of Zentangle.
Yeah.
And join us then.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.